And I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Let's get it. Peace. Peace and love to all the guys and gals in the high vibrating species out there on the planet. What it is, what it do. What it is, what it do. What it is, what it do, good people. How we living out there, man? What's happening? What's busting? Welcome back to the channels. Welcome back to the channels. You know what I mean? We as SCP ended up in this thing. And we got a quick shot for you because, you know, I'm finna get some things busting out there. You feel me? Busting. Slang some mud slanger. I hope everybody good though. You know what I'm talking about? Figured I'd swang in before we actually get Lou. You feel me? Liddy in the city. Hope everybody's staying green though, for real, for really. And we got SCP-966. I ain't even gonna get started on it. It's a sleep stalker. Now listen, we all know how important it is, how important sleep is. And if you don't know how important sleep is, you may want to get into the science of sleep and why it's so important. Seeing that we, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to burn up too much time, you feel me? I'm just going to leave that from some side note homework for you just to do. Go look at the science of sleep. The delta wave, theta wave, you know what I mean? Get into the science of sleeping. And in the meantime, we're going to see what's up with this dude stalking people in their sleep. We're going to see if it's if it's a reason for, what do they call it? When you wake up and you can't move. I forgot. It escapes me right now. I'll catch up to it. But yeah, y'all, that thing. Yeah, that. We're going to see if it has anything to do with that, or if it's alluding to any other possibility of anything that we've had going on as far as nightmares are concerned. Because looking at it, the fact that it's a Euclid and it's predatory, it's on the hunt. So obviously it's seeking certain type of dreams, energy from the dream, and I would more than likely lean towards fear. So let's see who's getting stalked and why. Academates, salute to you. Thanks for joining. Let everybody that's new know what the business is and how we do. And I hope you got what you need, because I do. And without further ado, let's get to what it is that we do. Busted.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-966.
Is that what we looking at?
Object Class, Euclid.
Euclid.
Special Containment.
I mean, him looking like a Shy Guy, Rake. He looking like a couple of cryptids that we should be familiar with by now. We're looking at a couple of them. He look like a mixture. Like, I know it's not Shy Guy though, you know what I'm saying? But just like, damn. Okay.
Procedures. MTF Iota 1, Dream Hunters, and MTF Iota 2, Air Chasers, are to be regularly on the lookout for news about sudden violent human deaths related to sleep deprivation in order to find and neutralize remaining wild instances of SCP-966. The 4 specimens of SCP-966, 3 males, designated SCP-966-1, SCP-966-3, and SCP-966-4, and 1 female, designated SCP-966-2, acquired by the Foundation, must be contained in a 10 by 10 meter room made of steel lined with lead, located on site. 2 security cameras with infrared filters and infrared sensitive film are to be installed inside the room, Each specimen of SCP-966 is to be fed with 20 kilograms of meat every month. In the event
Oh, so it's carnivorous. Infrared sensitivity film. Okay, so that's so they could see it. And lead. I'm thinking I'm leaning more towards so it can't maybe use telepathy, maybe? There's some type of sensor. I'm thinking the lead is used for some type of sensory lock. I don't know which one, but I'll find out though. But it's a sensory block. I'm sure it's being used for a sensory block. Maybe vision.
of SCP-966
Because, you know, Superman couldn't see through lead.
to giving birth, the newborn specimen is to be studied and disposed of before it reaches maturity. Description: SCP-966 are predatory creatures that resemble hairless, digitigrade humans, possessing an elongated face with a mouth lined with needle-like teeth. On each hand, they have 5 claws that can be up to 20 centimeters long. Although sharp, these are easily broken, making them unfit for combat. SCP-966's height ranges from 1.4 to 1.6 meters, and they can reach up to 30 kilograms in weight. Physically, SCP-966 are weak, possessing hollow bones and low muscular density. They do not seem to rest through sleep. Instead, they will suddenly cease all movement at seemingly random intervals of time, resuming normal activity 3 to 5 minutes later. SCP-966 are visible only at wavelengths ranging from 700 nanometers to about 900 nanometers. This applies to all of SCP-966's tissues. If their skin, muscles, or organs have suffered from second to third-degree burns, the affected areas will be visible at wavelengths ranging from 360 to 900 nanometers. SCP-966 feed on medium to large-sized animals, including humans. They hunt either alone or in pairs. Their hunting methods consist of emitting a single burst of a previously unknown type of wave, dubbed waves, in honor of the late Dr. which permanently inhibits the ability of the affected creature to enter any of the NERM and REM sleep stages. The ability to microsleep is also lost. The effective range of the waves is up to 20 meters. However, tests show that they can be blocked by post-transition metals, particularly lead. All attempts to make victims of SCP...
There it is, right there. You know what I'm talking about? That lead, bro. You feel me? Sensory blocks. Like, I knew it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I knew it. It had to be something. Some type of sensory block.
SCP-966 sleep have failed. It is still possible to induce other forms of unconsciousness, although these will usually prove detrimental to the affected subject as they do not provide true rest. After depriving their victims of sleep, SCP-966 will stalk their prey until the lack of rest incapacitates it. At this point, SCP-966 will proceed to consume it. SCP-966 have proven to be very agile and silent while stalking their victims. On occasion, they will deliberately make threatening noises around the prey in order to further stress it, and may even physically assault it if the victim proves to be particularly durable. Other than the common symptoms caused by sleep deprivation, some victims of SCP-966 have shown signs of suffering from extremely vivid hallucinations, as well as sudden bouts of rage with no apparent external stimuli. It is currently thought that these are the effects of prolonged exposure to waves. Why SCP-966 continually exposes these waves to only some of their victims is unknown. One hypothesis is that SCP-966 will only do this when starving, since it further degenerates the physical and mental state of their prey, incapacitating it at a faster rate. while instances of SCP-966 are found all over the world. Since their discovery in the Foundation has succeeded in greatly thinning their numbers, though they are still found in large quantities in many
1945
countries, particularly, and I'm just gonna turn the monitor off here. Don't really want to look at that face. Anyway, I think that about does it for today. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
Alright, so obviously we saw that Dr. Miller's computer setup was blue. That's so truth. Theta waves. That's theta. Because it's sleep deprivation, right? So it keeps you awake. But in alpha, you know what I'm saying, you're fully awake. And it's trying to keep you there and run you down. And that alone, that releases. So basically what we need to do, class, and for homework is once the body starts to go into what I think some would call autopilot, meaning you're over the mark and you really need to be resting the avatar. So you're running on autopilot. That releases something in your brain for basically your like an what can I say? Almost like a defense mechanism before you completely shut down. Your body jumps into autopilot. So if you're like out and about, it's that last little bit that you get before you completely shut down. And that's releasing something into the brain. And you're all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You're in and out. That's where he wants you. So that to me that's theta waves. Because that's you're asleep but you're not. Because when you go deep in, that's delta. You know what I mean? So with them hallucinating, bridging from one realm to the other, that's, you know what I'm saying, they're just like this from the third and fourth. Just, you know what I'm saying, just take that for instance, like third dimension, fourth dimension. So they're in between that. So when people see them hallucinating because they haven't released these I guess this I forget now. I don't know what word to call. I mean, I know the word, but it's not in my brain right now. When that releases, it's like dopamine and serotonin and melatonin and all this stuff. When it's released into the brain, you know what I'm saying? You're going through this phase. You can see what's going on. Others can't because they're not on that level where you are. I mean, so you're kind of bridging in between worlds. That's another way of putting it. You're bridging in between worlds. So you can see this thing stalking the hell out you, right? And then, like I said, if you prove to be a little bit stronger, it's going to get up on you. But all that making the extra noises, that excites fear, that also it keeps you up and alert. So, you know, it's going to be a mixture of all these things. That's what these wicked entities and these demons, some of these demons and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's disagree with that, all that's what they feed on for the most part, is fear. And you know what I mean? So that's what these things are doing. And he's using the sleep method and sleep deprivation. That's number one. From last time I checked, that was number one slaughterer with sleep deprivation. So you definitely need your sleep. But that's why I also insight to people that you need to keep your head on the swivel. You feel me? Pay attention to yourself. Know thyself. You feel me? Make sure you know thyself. Know when you've had enough. When your avatar, not, you know what I'm saying, everything ain't for everybody. Everybody can't do what everybody does. You feel me? So you do what's you know what I'm saying, what's good for you. Like I tell people all the time, I move at a pace that moves with me. You know what I'm saying? I do not expect anybody around me to move at that pace. It teaches me a little bit of patience because eventually I have to kind of and make some maneuvers and move around folks, like say on the freeway or the highway or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you have to come to a slow and kind of let the get out the way. You feel me? Or you feel me? So it's one of these type of deals with dealing with stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know thyself. You gotta know when to shut down, know when to stop, know when to say no. I'm good. You feel me? And lay it down. Trust me, the project, the homework, the whatever you're doing, it'll be there. It ain't going nowhere. It's a part of the program. It ain't going nowhere. But you will. If you don't learn how to slow up, pump brake, it's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Maybe prioritizing more. Maybe organizing better. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, giving things a little bit more thought. But then on the other scale, sometimes some work, it just requires the time that you have to put in. But you're not going to finish the project if you are finished. If the project outweighs you, what good is the project? It needs you. It's a team effort. But the project's not going to say, hey, you need to go to sleep, buddy. But we will say, hey, man, you look like you need some sleep. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Because I know one of my partners, you know, he got a sleepy face. When you look at him, he look like he just woke up. Every time you look at him. Anytime you look at him, I mean, that's what that's just his look, though. He just looks like he just woke up. But that's his chill face. He's chill, you know what I mean? And that's his energy as well. So he also puts off a green energy that's just so chill. You know what I'm saying? When you get around him, all you want to do is just chill. And that's what we do for the most part. So, I mean, with this right here, y'all get y'all sleep, man. Do some research on sleep deprivation. See how important it is for your sleep. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, see what's released if you go over the mark in your brain. See what type of, you know what I'm saying? What type of, like, I mean, as soon as I get ready to say the word that I know that I know what that is, it goes right. Just go look that up. See what's released in the chemical, you know what I'm saying, balance that's released in the brain. When you have went over the mark of sleeping and your body needs to shut down. See what's being released there. It may lead to a reason why this thing stalks you the way that it stalks you. So if you find yourself in that position or going through these type of conditions, or, you know, a friend or a family member that's going through this type of thing, it may just be something like this. Not necessarily this, but it may just be something like this. And if you have, you know what I mean, you can help your people. So that's basically what I'm saying. So that's why I'm here to get this information, to give a different perspective. Maybe we can help people out when it comes down to this. Because regardless if this is an SCP, sleep deprivation is real. That's real. So I'm not going to argue with those facts. And I'm not going to argue with the fact that things will stalk your sleep. Stalk your dreams, yes. And that there are entities and principalities in higher places that knows how to wheel and deal and whip that magic right on your brain while you sleeping, baby. How you going all through types of things. When you wake up, you living it all the way out. Take it from me. I know. When I had weaker mind, yeah, all inside. I had to figure it out, though. Once I figured it out, I had to start doing the homework. And actually the actual homework to make the necessary changes. Because I knew I wasn't tripping. And before I just let somebody just call me crazy, I had to figure it out. And I figured it out. So now I'm here to help along with everybody else that figures things out and know that it needs to be shared, because we're not the only people that goes through the stuff that we go through. Somebody somewhere experienced something close or right verbatim to what we did. And we know that we can get these messages out to people and help them, whether we know it or not, helping somebody somewhere deal with stuff like this. Because some people they don't think to go and look. And it could be something just so simple, like, dang, man. And I noticed myself doing that too. It's like, for real. It's like, yeah. Then you tell your friend what it is, like, yeah, bro, I noticed you doing that for a decade. Damn, had I knew, I could have told you, hey, bro, you need to get some sleep. And it's just something simple as that. Take a day, get some sleep. Take a day and lay, you know what I mean? For real, take a day and lay. So, but anyways, Academics, I'm about to get up out of here. You know what I'm talking about? I got to get that thing for a little spin and break it in, because you know what I'm talking about? Photon energy is out there. You know what I'm talking about? In the air. Good old Prana, baby. And the green light, stay in it. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head on the swivel. Y'all make sure y'all keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected. Do not let the world drive y'all crazy. You know what I mean? Stay out of the way, but stay in the green. You know what I mean? Keep your oil with you. Operation in love. For those that are new, if you don't know what that is the oil. You keep some on you. You operate in love regardless of what's going on. You stay in the love. You know what I mean? Stay in the green. That's where all that is, and that's what all that means. And you're going to be all right. You feel me? That's just what we got going on. You know what I'm talking about? So, peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and all the high vibrating species on the planet. I was about to say it, on the nation, but in the universe, all over the world, you know what I mean? Everywhere, in the cosmos. Y'all be good. Y'all be good. Peace and love and all that good stuff, you know what I mean? And we gonna be back with these SCPs. We just got some, and get some sleep. Get some sleep. Please, get some sleep. You'll feel better.